everyone, this is Erin Reed from Expo International, and today I'm going to show you a fun way of recycling or upcycling your glass jars, and they can be any type of glass jar. Any type of glass jar that you get that would have food items in there. So just clean them and get the labels off, and you are ready to start creating. And this project is all about creating things for a wedding. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take our 4-inch china trim in white. There are other colors, so if you already have a theme for your wedding and you have a color scheme that you're going with, you can also do the colors that are in there. I'm quickly just measuring off the width or the circumference and measuring just a little bit bigger, and then taking a good quality pair of scissors that can cut through fabric. And I've already done that to both of these. So as you can see, they already have a little bit of a trim happening on there. To glue this down, and just to kind of show you, these are some of the other trims that we're going to be adding. You can get your laces. You can get beautiful bead trims. This is a bead trim, and all these are from Expo International. This is a braided trim. This is a trim that is called the Pippy beaded eyelash trim, and various lace trims. All are beautiful. I stuck with just black and white for this project, but you could definitely go into a color scheme. So if you have teal, or if you have yellow, or if you have lavender, you can add that into the scheme of what you're going to be putting into your jars when you decorate them. So add a bead of glue going all the way around. A nice good amount. You don't want to be overdoing it, but you want to have enough so that your fringe will stick. I am using right now a Beacon 3-in-1 glue. It's a transparent glue, instant grab. It dries pretty quickly, and it's got an amazing hold. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around and give my jar a little skirt. Just like that. Now there's one of two ways you can do it. Either you can snip off the end or you can overlap it. For this one, I think I'm going to overlap. Just add another little bead of glue right here and then stick it down onto each other. That way you don't have to worry about having a gap in the back. These ones I actually snipped right at it, so I wasn't too worried about that. Make sure it is even. You've got a little bit of time to make sure that your skirt going all the way around is even. You don't have any low points. So now is a chance to move it if you need to. Kind of grab and pull and tuck and just make sure it's where it needs to be, just like that. There we go. And then now we are going to apply our lace. So on this one, I'm grabbing a nice, good wide lace, and that's what we're going to do around the lip of this, right along here. So I'm going to grab my same glue, and while that one is drying, that's why I'm working on this one, and then just start applying the glue all across the top lip of your jar. So if you've got a plan and you want to use these jars for a lot of your wedding, start collecting them now. Ask your friends to collect jars for you. Everybody's got jars. Instead of it going into the dumpster or into the recycling, you know, have them collect them. And it's a great way of making inexpensive wedding decor. Now, what can you use these jars for? There's a lot of purposes. They could be part of your centerpiece. Because they are glass, you could easily put them in the center with flowers in them. If you have an outdoor wedding or indoor wedding, you could use this and you could put cutlery inside of here, especially if it's kind of a serve your own, very low-key wedding. That is something that you could do for that. You could put straws in here. You could put pencils in here next to the registry book, or pens. So it's something cute that kind of sits next to whatever you'd want to put something into. Flowers. You could put sparklers in here if you're going to be doing something that requires, you know, that everybody grabs a sparkler as they're leaving. It's a container that you've decorated up in the colors of your choice, very wedding feel with the lace and the fringe, and then you can have fun with that. So they're just, I mean, they're starting to look already really cute, and it's a glass jar. That's as hard, but it's a container that you are decorating and you're upcycling. I'm going to do the same thing to this jar, but speed it up. Now that you've added all of your fringe and your lace to your jar, you just kind of make sure that your fringe is not sticking anything, and it's on there good, and it looks so pretty already. It's kind of hard to see from that up angle, but they are gorgeous. Now, I know I have a little bit of a gap, but we're going to be adding a fringe to this. So for this large jar, I'm going to add this black trim, and I just want to double check where it is going to kind of come in and hit And I think I'm going to have it come right around like the neck of the bottle. So finding this neck piece, and then it kind of covers up all those little pieces that you may not want to have seen, like any of the stamps or the stickers, or things that you couldn't clean off because they're part of the jar. This is going to end up covering it up, just like that. There we go. So I know where I need to have my glue now. So I'm going to put a bead of glue going all the way around. And while I'm in here, I notice a little spot that's kind of popping up. Glue that down. Come in with my fringe and decide what my back's going to be. And I think this is going to be my back side. And then just start wrapping it around. This is why I like a good fast glue. You could use any kind of fast drying glue, would be perfect for this. I personally like my Beacon 3-in-1 because it will not burn my fingers. And there we go. So cute. It looks better when it's standing up versus kind of laying on the side, so it's kind of hard to see, but there you go. For this jar, I'm going to add this eyelash trim. It's so pretty. It's got little beads hanging from it. It's very foofy. This is going to be a very white jar. Add my glue going all the way around the middle here, and then just lay your trim going around. And I actually had just enough left of this trim. There we go. There's that one. Very pretty. This last jar, I'm just going to use this black braided trim that I have here. Find what I consider to be the back side. It's usually where it overlaps. And I'm going to add my glue going all the way around the middle of it. You could leave any of these jar without adding that last little bit of trim, but I feel that that little bit of extra something that you add up in the top just makes the project look that much cooler. So just going around. These little jars remind me of garters that you could have at a wedding. So what the bride wears for her wedding garter, it kind of has that same effect. So here we go. 3 cute trims that you can add to jars to make beautiful. I'm just going to lay these on their sides for a minute. You can make for beautiful pieces that can go for your wedding, for flowers, for cutlery, for pencils, for sparklers, anything that you would want to put in a container and hold together that you could put at a main table, all tables, so many fun things. You could even put water in here and float a candle, and it has this ethereal effect inside of that. You could even just put a LED light inside of it. That would be fun too. Glow sticks. This could be a glow stick holder. So many fun ideas you can use by just decorating up a simple jar that you've used that is for pasta sauce and peanut butter and all kinds of fun things. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.